Democrats are people who claim to be fighting authoritarian fascism, and yet they are demanding authoritarian fascism. Democrats demand the complete censorship of the freedom of speech of conservatives or Trump supporters or pro-America individuals. That is online fascism. And yet Democrats tell themselves they're fighting fascism. Democrats want absolute authoritarian tyranny, control over firearms. They think that no citizen should be able to own any firearm. Only the government should have firearms. There should be a monopoly of firearms, in other words, in the hands of the most corrupt institution of society. That, my friends, is called fascism. And yet the Democrats tell themselves they're fighting fascism. Democrats are running an authoritarian cult, an obedience cult, where you must obey everything. You have to speak the way you're told to speak. You must think the thoughts you're told to think. And if you dare fall outside the bounds of that obedience cult, you are punished. You're fired from your job if they find a tweet from 5 years ago where you joked about, hey, your son isn't gay. Oh my God, that's homophobic. Lose your job, lose your career, destroyed because you violated their obedience cult. And yet they claim to be fighting against fascism. They claim to be in favor of diversity when they demand obedience. You have to think like they do. You have to speak like they do. You have to look like they do. And if you're anything different, you're punished. You're isolated. You are destroyed. Because Democrats don't like individuals. Democrats only like the collective. They want the collective to be in charge. They are all about mob rule. They are the mob. They're a liberal mob. They're a dangerous mob, and they want to overrun society with a mob. And of course, part of their goal is to disarm you first, so you can't shoot at their mob when they come steal your land or overrun your business or overrun your country and execute your president, which is what they want to do. You're not supposed to be able to shoot back and stop them from doing that because, hey, the mob is in charge. And you're supposed to join the mob, and then you'll be okay. Then you might be able to keep your job. You can keep reading teleprompter news on the evening news. Be a human biological puppet saying what they tell you to say, even if you don't believe it, even if it's totally insane. You have to do what they tell you to do to fit in, to get along. Don't rock the boat. Obey. And then you might be okay. You might survive. You might skate by as society collapses all around you. And through that system, people are intimidated to not speak up. People think, if I just keep my head down, I might be okay. Don't make any waves. Don't ruffle any feathers. So people are afraid to speak out, and they expect others to speak out for them. They watch Alex Jones and they say, that's awesome. Alex, you go, man. You do that. You speak out. You express the anger that I feel inside. They watch Alex and they see Alex risk everything while they themselves risk nothing, sitting in their comfortable computer desk chairs, maybe posting a comment. Yeah, that takes courage, posting some comments from time to time. You go, Alex, go. Yeah, you fight the censors. You fight against GMOs. You fight against toxic vaccines and the mandates that poison our children. Go, Alex, go. And the viewers think that takes courage, but in their own lives, they go to work. Yes, boss, I will gladly participate in your sensitivity training because we wouldn't want to offend anyone. In their own lives, they don't do anything except obey. They're part of the Borg, part of the cult, but they expect somebody else to do the fighting for them. They expect somebody else to take the risks. They expect somebody else to save them. Well, I'm here to tell you today, it's time for each and every one of us to save ourselves and to save each other. In other words, it's time for all of us to rise up against the Democrat lunacy, the left-wing authoritarianism, the tyranny of the left, the gun confiscation and the magazine confiscations, the speech police and the thought police. It's time to rise up reject them, vote them all out of office, but also culturally reject them and say, no, there aren't 85 genders. Gender's binary. There's male and female. Pick one. You were born as one, and you can't change it after the fact. You can be gay, or you could be straight. You could be bi. You could be into all kinds of interesting behaviors, but that's not a gender. That's a behavior, not a gender. It's time to fight back against the gender lunacy and the quack science lunacy, the global warming hysteria, i.e. climate change. It's time to stand up and fight back against these lunatics who are destroying everything that you and I value. And they will destroy society if you allow them the power to do so. And they will imprison their political enemies. They will unleash the power of weaponized government to take down anyone who opposes their agenda. They, the left, they are the modern day Third Reich. They are the fascists. They're cultural fascists. They're economic fascists. They are abusers of law, and they reject the rule of law. They apply law only against their political enemies while granting themselves absolute immunity against any and all prosecutions or investigations. They are deranged, they're dangerous, they're vindictive, and they're running almost every institution of our modern society, from the universities to Hollywood to the deep state, government bureaucracies, the FDA, you name it. They're running it, and of course the left-wing media. And they will stop at nothing to demonize their political opponents like Trump and to overthrow America, throw open the borders, and have America invaded, overrun, destroyed. And then they will tell themselves, we did it, as the tyranny is turned against them. You see, we will have the last laugh because those who promote fascism, the radical leftists right now who demand authoritarianism, before long they will find that it is turned against them. And they too will lose their heads as the system targets them. The very same system that they applauded when it was targeting their opponents. Because when we lose liberty for one group of Americans, we lose liberty for all. When authoritarianism takes control over a country, no group is safe. Not liberals, not Democrats, not independents, not libertarians, not gay people, not straight people, not Christians, not atheists. No one is safe when the government becomes a fascist tyranny. And that's what the left is demanding every single day. So join me in my effort to defeat these lunatics, to protect and restore liberty for all individuals of all races and religions and sexual orientations as well. We must help each other defeat big government, dangerous government, liberal lunacy, or we will all be destroyed. Everything we value will disappear. And you will wake up and find yourself enslaved, living in a totalitarian regime where you don't even have the right to think thoughts in the privacy of your own head without being criminalized by the authoritarian regime. Read my website, naturalnews.com, to stay informed and participate in this process. We might have a chance. Thank you for listening. This is Mike Adams, the Health Ranger.
Learn more at healthrangerreport.com.
Thank you for watching. If you want to support our mission, visit us at healthrangerstore.com for the world's largest selection of lab-verified superfood and nutritional products for healthy living. It's at healthrangerstore.com.